Hello, this is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about something that it was brought up to me the other day, and it's been actually brought up for a while. People are actually noticing, they're saying, Tom, just like you've no stress, you don't have as much wrinkles as you used to have. Even my brother said that to me the other day. He says, we're doing video chat. He says, he's in U.S. He says, Tom, you look different. And I said, what are you talking about? He says, your face is more relaxed. You're not as stressed. There's not that many lines in your face you used to have. He says, you always have some tendency. You can tell when you get stressed. And you know what? I was thinking about that. Even a subscriber, which is a long-time subscriber, said that to me today. I should talk about that. And, I appreciate it. And thank you to the subscriber. That I should probably talk about the stress in the U.S. compared to the stress in the Philippines. So believe it or not, and I've noticed this, there is a lot less stress here in the Philippines, of course, than there is in USA. Now, what are the reasons? I mean, you think about it. Here, you do have, not saying this is perfect world, I'm just saying it's a lot less stress. You still have to bring patience with you. Things like that, because you're going to need patience. Time is not important here. Time is not something that is very important here. So if you're used to being somewhere on time, and if you're a time clock guy like me, and you're supposed to be there at 9, I'm there at 8:30, quarter to 9. Not here. You show up at 10. But I noticed too, I've adapted to the area, and that's a big plus, because I've always been high anxiety, very active. Somebody gives me a task, it's done. But here in the Philippines, I'm more laid back now than I ever was. Now, why? Because I'm don't have the responsibilities I did have at one time. And as you know, being in U.S., you do have the responsibilities. And what I mean by that, you got to get up every day, you got to go to work, you got to maintain a job, you got to maintain a lifestyle. Even the same here. But and when you're retired, it's a little different. And same retired in U.S., but my point is it takes a lot less dollars. And something is really important. Now here's something, the other day we went out to eat, and I'm just going to say this. There was 17, we bought 17 meals. And now how much would you think 17 meals would cost? In your mind you're thinking, oh my goodness, there's going to be $3 a plate, $5 a plate, times U.S. dollars, $3, $5, 200 peso, 150 peso, right? 200 peso. Well, here in the Philippines, it's really unique. Figure 89 cents a plate, 89 peso a plate, excuse me. So $1, almost $2 a plate. And so you say $2 times 17 people. So $30, $34, $35. Now, where can you go to feed 17 people? Unlimited rice, and you get one big piece of chicken. It's actually a quarter or a half, depending on the chicken size here. But they're all pretty standard pieces. We went to the mall with my family, and we had a great time. I have to say I'm really lucky to have a wonderful family. But there was actually 19 of us there, but we bought 17 meals. And you think about it, where can you go eat for $30, 17 people? So there's less stress. Now, of course, we could go out to TGI Fridays and Jollibee and Chowking and places like that, and really spend a lot more money. McDonald's, we spend a lot more money. McDonald's is cheaper here. That's another thing. McDonald's is cheaper. But there's less stress in general. Now, where someone might get stressed out, if you're stressed in driving, just don't drive. Have someone drive you. You can rent somebody for $5, $10 a day, depending on the length. We usually pay $10 a day for anywhere from 12 to 15 hours, or someone take it somewhere. Now, I have a car, but in a lot of cases, you can't park the car. There's no room. So a lot of times they either drop us off and come back, pick us up a certain time, or they take off and go park it somewhere else or do whatever they want and then come back. Or they just park away off the street in the bushes somewhere and come back. So it's just calmness here. I can go outside right now. It's evening time. It's 7:15 at night. it's evening time, and you can go out and it's relaxing. It's like it is U.S. It's relaxing, comfortable. But here I notice too, like you go to the mall. It's very hectic malls here. A lot of things going on here, but it's comfortable. For me, I don't feel the stress of getting a bill in the mail every time you turn around. Here, you just have 3 or 4 bills. Of course, you have a credit card bill if you charge, but you have your normal electric, rent if you have rent, electric, water, things like that, medical care, visa costs if you're here in the country. But you have those standard costs. And you're going to have all the same costs in USA except for the visa costs. But still, overall in general, it's more of a relaxing place. You're in the islands. It's relaxing. You wake up in the morning, the birds are chirping, and you go sit on the porch. Am I creating this pie in the sky? Possibly. But you can have pie in the sky in U.S. also. It's just that it's beautiful U.S., best country in the world. It's the stress of getting around. It's the stress of just doing tasks, just everyday tasks, working. The job force there is completely different than what the job force is here. Jobs are completely different. So you just have to have that particular mindset when you're there. There's a mindset working in U.S. or being in U.S. There's a mindset here. Mindset here, I find that most of the Americans and foreigner guys that I know are laid back. They're just laid back. They're comfortable. And it's because it just gives you that peace of mind. It gives you a peace of mind here is what it does. You don't necessarily have to worry about the next day. You may, what would you worry about? Your health is the most important factor. Your family, your wife, your kids, and if you don't have any kids, you're still your wife, her family, her mother, father, things like that. And her sisters and brothers and whatever. But overall, I just want to do this video. It's so, I just want to say, U.S. compared to here, it's just relaxing. Stress level here is 1, 2, compared to 10 being the highest, depending on what you do for a living. Now, if you're an old timer, you got a few million in the bank, or someone that's 50 years old got a few million in the bank, it's no big deal. You can just chill there also and have the same feelings. But even there, somebody's trying to get the money from you or something all the time. Here they do the same, but it's just a different environment, different world. But I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to please thank all my subscribers, and thank the subscriber that gave me the idea today to do this. Thank you very much, and please subscribe.